Well, in what could be the biggest sign of hope since the beginning of the Israel-Hamas war, there seems to be a tentative deal for Hamas to release dozens of hostages.
The agreement would include a pause in the fighting for several days. Robert Moses joins us now from outside the United Nations with the very latest. Robert, good morning.
Tashani and Dan, good morning to you. The United Nations Security Council passed a resolution calling for, quote, urgent and extended humanitarian pauses to allow for aid to get to Gaza as well as for evacuations. We are getting some gut-wrenching images of some of the youngest and most innocent lives who are caught in the middle of this fighting.
I am in the Shifa hospital.
Israeli forces raided and took control of Gaza's largest hospital, Al-Shifa. The Israel Defense Forces released this video that it says proves how Hamas has used the facility as a military command post. In a nearly 7-minute video, a military spokesman shows where Hamas allegedly hid weapons of war.
In military terms, this is a grab bag. Grab and go of a Hamas combatant, and if you zoom in and we get some light over here, what you will be able to see is military equipment. There is an AK-47, there are cartridges, ammo, there are grenades in here, of course uniform, and all of this was hidden very conveniently, secretly behind the MRI machine.
In another area of the hospital, Israeli forces say they found more guns.
These weapons have absolutely no business being inside a hospital.
The IDF also released video that it says shows troops bringing medical aid to the hospital. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry released its own images of dozens of premature babies being moved to a different part of the hospital. American officials refuted Hamas claims that the U.S. signed off on the hospital raid. But at a primetime news conference, President Joe Biden defended it.
You have a circumstance where the first war crime is being committed by Hamas by having their headquarters, their military, hidden under a hospital. And that's a fact.
Hamas's attack on Israel on October 7th killed about 1,200 people. Since then, according to Gaza's health ministry, more than 11,000 people have died in Gaza, including, it says, more than 4,600 children. Hamas continues to hold around 240 hostages in Gaza. According to Reuters, Israel is weighing a proposal under which Hamas would release at least 50 of those hostages in exchange for a 3-day ceasefire and the release of an unknown number of women and children now being held in Israeli prisons. Under the deal, more desperately needed aid would also be allowed into Gaza. President Biden hinted at the contours of the proposal last night.
I am mildly hopeful. I'm mildly hopeful.
And another development to tell you about overnight, the IDF says it bombed the home of a top Hamas official. He is the head of the organization's political bureau. No word on his fate, but according to the IDF, his home was used as part of terrorist infrastructure. The IDF says it was used as a meeting point for Hamas leaders from which to plan attacks against Israel. Dan and Tashani, back to you.
Very important development. We'll see how it unfolds. Thank you very much, Robert.